Hello and welcome to the first player of the week video, top performer video for the 4 major regions. Obviously with the LCS not going on, we're not going to include the LCS. This video is going to be broken up a couple times. I'm doing the LPL first and then I'm going to do the LCK and LEC. Top 30% in each role end up on here. Disclaimer, this is 100% stat based, so if even 1% of your body makes you feel a certain way about a player, regardless of what the stats say into why they earn their way on here, this is not going to be the video for you. This is 100% stat based, and because there's only one series for most of these teams to go over for the LPL, and I mean the LCK you have 2. I mean there are a couple teams with 2 LPL series, and the LEC has 3 games. It's not huge sample sizes, but it is a weekly thing. So if your favorite player isn't on here, maybe look at the stats and you know, that's why they're not. So top lane, 5th was YSKM. You should know me. IG. They had a very good week. The rookie obviously came out firing. 5 KDA, 8 CS per minute, 433 gold per minute, 55.6 KP, 23.1 damage share, 612 damage per minute. These are the only stats I get from Games of Legend for LPL. Obviously, they're not as in-depth as the other regions. Later on in the video, we're going to have better stats to pick from, but LPL is limited. Zika is 4th, or Zika is 4th from LNG. 6.3 KDA, 9.3 CS per minute, 437 damage per minute, 437 gold per minute, sorry. 58.3 KP, 23.1 damage share, 520 damage per minute. So you compare Zika to YSKM, all his numbers are stronger except damage per minute. Bin was 3rd from BLG, had a 3.3 KDA, 9 CS per minute, 447 gold per minute, 65.7 KP, 25.8 damage share, 606 damage per minute. Disclaimer, by the way, as well. Well, not a disclaimer, just telling you, if you join the Discord in the extra content tab, I will have the complete list of the rankings of each role, 1 through 17 for LPL, 1 through 10 for the other regions. It's not going to have the stats there, but it will be ranked for you. Ale was 2nd from EDG, 3.5 KDA, 10 CS per minute, 479 damage per minute, 44.3 damage share, clearly, I mean 44.3 KP, clearly stayed in his lane. That's why he had 10 CS, but 44 KP. 30.8 damage share for EDG in their series, 706 damage per minute. And then Invincible from Ninjas in Pajamas was the best top laner statistically. A 9 KDA, a 9.3 CS per minute, 481 gold per minute, 50.2 KP, 29.6 damage share, 652 damage per minute. So much stronger KDA than Ale. Gave up some farm. In the end, got more gold. Participated in more fights. 1% less damage. 50 less damage per minute. So Invincible is the #1 top laner of the week. In the jungle, Meteor was 5th from LGD. Had a 3.8 KDA, 5.6 CS per minute, 335 damage per minute, 54.7 KP, 14.1 damage share, 352 damage per minute. So, remember, this is relative to your team as well. Relative to the region, relative to the team. Gideon from IG was 4th. Had a 5.1 KDA, a 6 CS per minute, 371 gold per minute, 51.4 KP, 13.4 damage share, 361 damage per minute. Obviously, these 2 junglers did not participate with their team often. I mean, Gideon at only 51%. IG had 2 series. Gideon was only involved in half the kills. Tarzan, 3rd. We all know Tarzan from LNG. Put up a monster 8.7 KDA, a 5.1 CS per minute, 353 damage per minute, 79.8 KP, 15.6 damage share, 347 damage per minute. 2nd in the jungle was Xiao Hao from Anyone's Legend. He struggled with a 1.9 KDA, but did get his gold and farm. 6 CS per minute, 335 damage per minute, 335 gold per minute. I'm going to mess that up over and over and over again. 84.5 KP, 84.5% of the kills Xiao Hao was involved in. That is something. 21.8 damage share is very high for a jungler. Obviously, Anyone's Legend did struggle, but he did his best with 444 damage per minute, which is much higher than anyone else on this list, except #1 Kanavi from JDG. Despite being on Dog Champions, still a 4 KDA, a 5.3 CS per minute, which is very uncharacteristic, right? 364 damage per minute, 78.4 KP, 23.6% of the team's damage. That is a ton of damage out of Kanavi, a player that we see, wants to carry, and he did end up carrying even on less resources. 576 damage per minute for Kanavi. In mid lane, Cream was 5th. Similar to Zhao Hao, his KDA was awful, 1.7, but still had a 9.4 CS per minute, 387 gold per minute, 73.5 KP, 24.7 damage share, 463 damage per minute in OMG's only series where they lost 2-0. Shanks, 4th from Team World Elite, had a 2.9 KDA, 8.2 CS per minute, which is not very good. 397 damage per minute, but the rest of his numbers check out, bring him up to 4th place. 68.1 KP, 27 damage share, 587 damage per minute. He was the secondary, if not primary carry on Team Wii in the majority of their games. Fofo from EDG was 3rd, 18 KDA. 8.8 CS per minute, 415 damage per minute. He had a monster week for EDG, 72.9 KP, 20.1 damage share, 440 damage per minute. And then the likely people at the top, we have Rookie in 2nd from top, had a 12.7 KDA, 9 CS per minute, 396 damage per minute, 63.5 KP, 25 damage share, 534 damage per minute. And then Scout from LNG was the top mid laner. 4.4 KDA, 9.7 CS per minute, 472 gold per minute, 65.8 KP, 26.2 damage share, 613 damage per minute. Outside of KDA, he gapped Rookie in most of these stats. Like, he had a very, very good week. LNG had a good week. They're top 25 in my power rankings if you missed that video. In bot lane, 5th place is Elk from BLG. 3.6 KDA, 9.2 CS per minute, 460 gold per minute, 69.1 KP. 32.5 of the team's damage came from Elk, and 753 damage per minute were from Elk. That's actually the second highest. Yeah, that's the second highest looking at the board in the entire, on the entire board here. Jackie Love from top was 4th, 4.9 KDA, 9.7 CS per minute, 455 gold per minute, 64.2 KP. 32.3 damage share, 690 damage per minute on top. After that is Ruler. Ruler finishes 3rd. He had a Penta, 7.3 KDA, 9.7 CS per minute, 466 damage per minute, 74.3 KP, 25.6 damage share. That's where he kind of loses out a bit because Kanavi did have so much damage. Ruler was not as relied upon for the oomph in the damage category, 664 damage per minute. Fodic was 2nd, had 2 very strong Zeri games. We saw their laning phases. It was nasty against Ultra Prime. Nip, Fodic, 5 KDA, 10.3 CS per minute, 505 gold per minute, 77.1 KP, 29.4 damage share, 640 damage per minute. And then we have On. On was 1st for IG in the bot lane. He had a 7 KDA, 5.3. Oh, why do I have 7 written on there? Oh, that's not a 7, that's an arrow. Jeez Louise. 5.3 KDA, 9.3 CS per minute, 524 damage per minute, 70.5 KP, 32.1 damage share, and then a monstrous 848 damage per minute. That's what got on this board. And you have to keep in mind, he played 2 series. A lot of the players on here played 1, right? So you have like 1 opponent, and that's how they got on there. Well, the IG guys had to play 2. The BLG guys had to play 2. That's how they got on there. They had multiple players, different teams they had to play against. Didn't just have 1 good day. They had to have a couple good days. As support, because we have the LPL limited stats, all I have is KP and KDA, so take this for what it is. Wink was 5th from IG, had a 12.8 KDA, 75.4 KP. On from BLG, 7 KDA, 80.6 KP. Mark from top, 12.5 KDA, 79.1 KP. Iwandi from Team World Elite had a very good week despite losing. 6.4 KDA, 86.1 KP, showing he should have been playing for LNG last year and should be on a better team than he is. And then Zoo, alongside Fodic from Ninja in Pajamas. I mean, they benefit, like I said, from playing 1 opponent and it was Ultra Prime who looked awful. Zoo did not die at all. I think he went 1-0-14 between the two games, so didn't, or that's a per game basis. So he went 2-0-28 between the two games. In 90.5 KP, so he did not run away from the fight. He was not a KDA player. He was involved in 9 out of every 10 kills, and then went 2-0-28 as a result. So that's the LPL Players of the Week. Remember, if you go on the Discord, you'll see the complete list. Now on to the LCK. Okay, now for the next part of the Players of the Week in the LCK. Toppling third is Doran from Gen G. Died a lot, a 1.8 KDA, but an 8.3 CS per minute. 56.1 KP, 21.3 damage share, 516 damage per minute. A couple different stats on this one. Remember, I said during the LPL, there's not as many stats, so we're going to change kind of, like, I don't have gold per minute on here like I did the other one, but I do have the laning stats, which I think are pretty important. Doran at 15 minutes on average was up 480 gold, 16 CS, and 202 XP. It's pretty good. 16 CS gap on average at 15 minutes. That is a good formula to have. Had 1 solo kill. Doodoo from Kwangdong Freaks also had a 1.8 KDA, a 9.2 CS per minute, 64.3 KP, 21.3 damage share, 476 damage per minute. On average, he'd be up 463 gold and 15 CS at 15 minutes and 197 XP. No solo kills. Top laner is Kana from D+ Kia. Very dominant numbers here. 8.7 KDA, 8.7 CS per minute, 40.7 KP. So that's a very low KP. Was not very involved. 21.2 damage share, 522 damage per minute. On average, was up over 700 gold at 15 minutes, 10 CS, and 470 XP. 2 solo kills in his series. Jungle, Cuz was third from KT. 3 KDA, 5.5 CS per minute, 76 KP, 13.8 damage share, 240 damage per minute. Only on average ahead 50 gold, 1 camp, and 235 XP. 1 solo kill. I think he was the only jungler with one. Peanut from Gen G was second, had a 2.6 KDA, also a 5.5 CS per minute, 66.6 KP. 18.6 damage share, 467 damage per minute. But on average was up nearly 500 gold, a camp, and nearly 400 XP. So Peanut getting ahead outside of farming. And then Canyon was the top jungler. 14.3 KDA, 5.8 CS per minute, 67.3 KP. 17.1 damage share, 405 damage per minute. On average was up 400 gold, down 1 camp, and 240 XP. Did not have a solo kill. Mid lane, Chovy was bronze, third place, Gen G. 5.3 KDA, 8.7 CS per minute, 71.8 KP. Definitely not Chovy-like. 28.6 damage share, 742 damage per minute. That is a ton. 372 gold lead on average, and tied in CS. Barely ahead in XP, 1 solo kill. Closer from Live Sandbox is second. Throughout summer, Closer showed up on this list a lot along with Zeka, which surprised a lot of people. Closer puts up really good numbers. 2 KDA, not very good. We'll be honest, that's bad. But 9.1 CS per minute, 82 KP, so gets ahead. Is involved in more than 4 out of every 5 kills so far. 28.6 damage share, only 479 damage per minute. That's low. 160 gold on average, he's ahead. 9 CS and 388 XP, 2 solo kills. Zeka from HLE was the top mid laner. 5 KDA, 10 CS per minute, 76.5 KP, 28.1 damage share, 660 damage per minute. On average was ahead 142 gold, 2 CS, 100 XP, but had 7 solo kills, which might be as many as the rest of the mid laners combined in the LCK. Yeah, he had 7 solo kills last week, which honestly is pretty crazy, right? Don't give him Silas or Akali. Bot lane, Viper was third from HLE, had a 4.1 KDA, 10.1 CS per minute, 69.5 KP, 29.1 damage share, 749 damage per minute. On average, was up 102 gold, 5 CS, and down 57 XP at 15 minutes. Gumayusi at second place from T1 had a monster 10 KDA, 9.8 CS per minute, 76.4 KP, 34.6 damage share, 778 damage per minute, 56 gold and 6 CS on average was his gap at 15 minutes, down nearly 400 XP. And then Deft. This is no surprise. Deft was the top bot laner, had a striking 26 KDA, 10.4 CS per minute, 77.7 KP. He dealt 31.2% of the team's damage, 773 damage per minute. On average at 15 minutes, Deft was up nearly 1,400 gold, 14 CS, and 700 XP. So really playing into Deft and Kellen rolling with it. At support, we definitely have more stats than the LPL. LPL, like I said, all we had was KP and KDA. Here we have actual support stats that we get to look at. So effort from Fred at Breon was the... Oh, I'm out of order. Carria from T1, third place. 12.6 KDA, 84.9 KP. 2.75 vision score per minute. 1.82 1.82 wards per minute placed, I think is what the stat is. Would clear 0.3 wards every minute, and then it would place 0.5 vision wards per minute. It's weird. I don't, some of these stats are weird, but that's what they track on Games of Legends. I assume more is better, so that's kind of the deal there. Cal from Sandbox was second, 3.4 KDA, 73.6 KP, 3.14 vision score per minute, 1.83 wards placed per minute, would clear 0.42 wards per minute, so just like 2 out of every 5 minutes, and placed 0.67 wards per minute, vision wards, so would put down vision 2 out of every 3 minutes. Effort from Breon was first, though, had a 16.7 KDA, 85.1 KP, 3.05 vision score per minute, 1.64 wards per minute, would clear 1 ward every 3 minutes, and then place a ward every other minute, so a vision ward. So yeah, those stats we're gonna have to work through and kind of figure out the discrepancy there between average wards per minute and average vision wards per minute. I guess one might be adding them both together. That might make sense, right? Vision wards and control wards. Theoretically, I guess that could make sense, right? But either way, that's it for the LCK. Now on to the LEC. Okay, now for the LEC. Now, for those that I know are going to skip to the LEC portion because they don't want to, listen to the LPL and LCK parts, this is stats-based, 100%. If an ounce of your being has any bias or feels a certain way that isn't statistically backed, that's not going to be represented here. So you're going to be disappointed. LEC, third-rated top laner from this past week was Chasey from Mad. He had a 3 KDA, 7.9 CS per minute, 52.1 KP, 23.8 damage share, 568 damage per minute for Mad. On average, he was down 400 gold and 19 XP, but up 2 CS at 15 minutes. So outside of the gold, it's pretty, whatever. 1 solo kill. Sisgenda was second from Koi, had a 3 KDA, 7.3 CS per minute, 59.7 KP. Dealt 19.9% of the team's damage, 423 damage per minute. Where his value comes is the fact that he blew out Adam, against BDS. At 15 minutes on average, he was up over 900 gold, 28 CS, and 750 XP, and had 2 solo kills. So that's why he ends up here. And Eevee was the #1 ranked top laner from Heretics. 2.2 KDA, 6.5 CS per minute. Those numbers aren't great, but he did participate in 2 out of every 3 Heretics kills with 66.7 KP. He dealt 21.2% of the team's damage, nearly 600 damage per minute, was up over 750 gold at 15 minutes, 8 CS, and 400 XP across those 3 games on average, and had 4 solo kills himself. In the jungle, third was Bo from Vitality. He had a 5.8 KDA, 6.5 CS per minute, 78 KP. Bo played fantastic. 14.3 damage share, 341 damage per minute. On average, he was up 740 gold, down 1 camp, and 240 XP. He did not have a solo kill. Yankos was second from Heretics. He had a 2.8 KDA, 5.7 CS per minute, 75 KP. Where he takes, and finishes second is in the damage department. He had a 19 damage share, 535 damage per minute. On average, he was down 66 gold, but up 2 camps and 166 XP. Also had 2 solo kills. Yike was rated number 1. He was given carry junglers in every game. From G2, he had a fabulous debut. 14.3 KDA, 8.3 CS per minute, 71.6 KP. Dealt 21% of G2's damage for 570 damage per minute. On average, was up almost 1,800 gold at 15 minutes, 27 CS, and over 1,000 XP. Would have 2 solo kills. In mid lane, third team was Caps from G2. Had a 6.4 KDA, 7.2 CS per minute, 52.4 KP. Dealt 22.4% of the team's damage. That was 602 per minute. On average, was up over 500 gold, 7 CS, and nearly just over 850 XP. Had 1 solo kill, so he's winning his matchups. Niski was second from Mad Lions. Had a 7 KDA, 9 CS per minute, 77.1 KP. Dealt 31.7% of the Lions' damage, 782 damage per minute. On average, his laning phases were a wash. 65 gold, down 3 CS, down 10 XP, had 1 solo kill. The top rated mid laner was Perks. Perks had a fabulous weekend, a 5.9 KDA, 9.7 CS per minute, 79.3 KP, so 4 out of every 5 kills. 33.9 damage share, 823 damage per minute. On average was up 450 gold, 15 CS, and nearly 800 XP. At 15 minutes. So Perks really dominated his lane. Bot lane, we have Hansama, third team from G2. A 20 KDA, 9 CS per minute, 67.7 KP. He dealt 22.9% of G2's damage for 593 damage per minute. These numbers don't check out with Caps. I don't know what happened there. On average, he's up 2,031 XP. 2,031 gold. That has to do with the Draven, obviously. 23 CS per 20. So he's on average. Hansama was up over 2,000 gold, 23 CS, over 1,100 XP. Crowny was second from BDS. Had a 15 KDA, 9.7 CS per minute, 75.1 KP. He dealt 573 damage per minute, which was 28.1% of the team's damage. On average, he was up over 400 gold, 2 CS, and 240 XP. He had 1 solo kill. And then Comp was the top-rated bot laner. Had a 26 KDA, 10.6 CS per minute, 63.8 KP. Would deal 679 damage per minute, which checked out to 29.6. On average, he was up 574 gold, 11 CS, 409 XP. I had thought I mixed up my numbers there. Support, Rux from Fnatic was third. 4 KDA, 81.4 KP. On average, he had a 3.18 vision score per minute, placed 1.7 wards per minute, cleared just over 1 every 4 minutes, and then put down 1 vision ward every 3 minutes. So that was kind of the deal there. Jonghoon was second from Astralis, died a ton, 1.2 KDA, 52.9 KP. Neither number is good. However, his vision stats are good, and that's, support. What else are we going to find stat-wise easily accessible? 3.64 vision score per minute, 2.41 placed wards a minute, would clear 1 ward every other minute, and place a vision ward every other minute. So Jonghoon was very active in the vision game. And then lastly is Mickey. Mickey was the top-rated support this week for G2. 5 KDA, 58.4 KP. 3.37 vision score per minute, would place 1.72 wards per minute. Cleared 3 wards every 5 minutes and would place down 2 vision wards. Would place 2 vision wards every 5 minutes. This video is finally done. You can tell I'm just, talking over myself. But yes, like I said, this is 100% stat based. And when I started this video, the complete rankings 1 through 10 in each region, 1 through 17 for LPL, are going to be in the extra content tab. I also got to get the power rankings done. That's going to be another thing because I got to work out the algo with that and just get it, set up on my Excel spreadsheet. So this is done. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube member so I can continue doing content like this. This is the type of content that suffers if I have to, back off and find another source of, income. So $3 a month supports me. Get a badge in the comment section, keeps the channel alive. $10 a month keeps the channel alive. You get the badge plus extra content, including my predictions for who I think is going to win. I'm 29-8 on the year. I raced it, but I'm 29-8 on the year. 3rd in the Discord. If you join the Discord, you can make predictions yourself. But if you want mine, they're behind a paywall. So if you want to do that, you can. Thank you for watching, and I hope you come back for more content.